Well, welcome. This is a new feature we're going to be doing on WDEA. It's, if you can tell by the big red curtain behind us, we're here on the stage of the Grand in downtown Ellsworth, and we're going to be doing a weekly feature this week at the Grand. And with me is Gail Thompson from the Grand. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Oh, well, thank you for having me here in your home. Tell us about some of the things that are happening at the Grand in the next couple of weeks. It's really busy, what with Labor Day just having passed us by. The fall is just going to go like a boom, and so much here.
Absolutely, and we had an incredibly busy summer, and we're looking to be just as busy for the fall. And our first thing up this week is a presentation from the National Theatre of London at 2 on Thursday of Medea, and these are high-definition broadcasts, simulcasts from London on our screen here, where you actually see a play, a live play in process. So it's like you're sitting in the audience in the play.
Which is fantastic. You don't have to get into a plane and travel over to England. England actually comes right here to Ellsworth.
Absolutely. We bring the world to you.
Oh, I can't ask for that. And really comfortable seats here and everything. Yes. So that's great. And what else is happening here at the Grand in early September?
On Friday, September 5th at 7 in the evening, we've got a presentation, a special film called The American Nurse. It's from the American Nurse Project, and it's a national effort to bring the voices of the nurse to people everywhere and let people know how many roles nurses fill in our medical field.
Well, you think about it, with nurses nowadays having such an expanded role in the healthcare field, it's nice to see that they are appreciated and featured in such an instance.
Yes, absolutely. The presentation is sponsored by Maine Coast Memorial Hospital, and we have some nurses from the Maine chapter of the American Nurse Association who will do a panel discussion and some question and answers after the film.
Very nice. And then one of the things we talked about is Maine's most horrific and well-known writer, Stephen King. You're going to be having a film of his here at the Grand.
Yeah, that's coming up on September 13th. It's a special double feature presentation. The first film at 4 p.m. is Pet Sematary. And
I've got shivers. You know, I've read the book. I have not seen the movie, and I have just shivers every time I read one of Stephen King's books. He's very good.
He is very good, and this will be my first time seeing the movie. I read the book when it came out, and it scared me too much. I absolutely refused to see it, but I'm going to bite the bullet and come see it on the 13th. And then at 7 o'clock that same day, we have the world premiere of a documentary about the filming of Pet Sematary, which happened right in Hancock, and the auditions were here on the Grand Stage. And that film is called Unearthed and Untold, The Path to Pet Sematary, and the filmmakers will actually be here and answer questions after.
Wow, that's great. I mean, I remember I was working at the Ramada Inn in Bangor, where a lot of the actors stayed, and it had a great economic impact upon this area.
It did, absolutely. And we'll have some of the locals who participated will be in the audience that evening, too.
Yeah, I have a hard time watching that. I have 2 dogs, and I just can't imagine waking up in the middle of the night and seeing them looking at me after seeing... it's just...
Well, I think you should come.
I don't know.
You may have to try.
I'll have to have someone hold my hand or something.
That's okay. We can arrange that.
Okay. And then what else is happening here in the next couple days or so?
This Sunday, the 7th, we have Darlene Springer, who's the unofficial historian for Ellsworth, who will be giving an illustrated talk with a lot of great historical pictures of Ellsworth. And people are invited. It's by donation, with proceeds to support both the Grand and the Historical Society. And it'll be a great overview of the amazing history of Ellsworth.
I mean, it's a lot of people don't know it. I know you had that big series, So You Think You Know Ellsworth, in the winter, and that was a great sold-out event, wasn't it?
It was a wonderful quiz show, and we'll be doing that again next winter, too.
Oh, so if you want to get a little sneak peek in the little cram session.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Now, I know that you have members for the Grand, and tell us about how people can become members.
Well, the Grand has been a nonprofit since 1975, and we do depend on membership dollars and also donations and grants to keep us going. Ticket sales cover less than 40% of our operating costs. If you want to be a member, we would love to welcome you as a member of the Grand family. You can do that right here at the theater by visiting the box office. You can call us at 667-9500, or you could go online at grandonline.org and sign up that way. Membership benefits begin at $75, and that includes free film passes and then a member ticket that gives you discounts to most of the performances here.
Plus, you're helping a historic landmark, and something that's just been an integral part of downtown Ellsworth for so many years.
Absolutely. And when you support the Grand, you're actually supporting Ellsworth, because we've found out that many of the people who come here also stop in at the stores and dine in the restaurants, and some folks even stay overnight. So we do have a big impact in this community, not just with what we have on stage, but what we do for Main Street.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, that's This Week in the Grand with Gail Thompson. I'm Chris Popper with WDEA. Be sure to check back every week, as we'll be posting new videos on This Week at the Grand.